Hey, what's up guys? In this video we're going to build this blurry loading with vanilla JavaScript, HTML and CSS. So the feature of this project is that when we want to add a loading animation to our project, we can add like this. As you will see, the image is slowly pop up and the transition is done with this loader, and it has moved from 1 to 100 and the image, so when the loading will complete the image will show. So this is a simple project. You can use it in the background image of your banners in your website, or you can use it in your landing pages. So without wasting time, let's go to our code editor. So in the code editor I have three files for HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and I have one image that I will use as a background image. So first of all, what I will do is I will go to my HTML file, create some mockup. Then the HTML will be just 2 to 3 lines for this project because it is a very simple project. And first of all, I will create a div with the class of bg. It will contain the background image. Then I will have a div with the class of loading text. So it will be a loading text and it will be the default will be 0%. So the next part that I want to do, I want to import both of the files. So it will be style.css and the next will be the JavaScript file. So it will be script.js. Let's save it and open it with the live server. Now you will see we have just a text here, but we will make it something like this, which is quite amazing and beautiful. So let's go to our style sheet. Here what I will do is, first of all I will give it a box sizing of border box. I will select the body. In the body what we want to do is, oops, I want this text to be at the middle. So I want this text to be at the middle, something like this, as this text is in the middle. So first of all I will use a flex box. Display will be flex. Justify content will also be a justify content will be a center. Align items will also be a center. So I will also give it a height of 100 viewport height. So it will move in the middle. Now you'll see it has moved in the middle. Now what I want to do is I want to remove the overflow. Now let's select the background. So background, I want a background image. So let's set the background. The URL is going to be the image in the same directory. It will be this one, and also it has some other properties such as no repeat from, and it will be center, and the background will be cover. The next property is going to be the position of absolute. So I will give it a position of absolute, not a relative. So from top it will be 0, from left it will also be a 0. Let's give it a height of, first of all give it a width of 100 viewport width, which will be the full width of the screen. And for height I will also want the height to be the 100 viewport height. The z index will be the -1 because I want this image in the background of the text that we will show in the middle. Now for the blurriness, what we want to do is we want to give it a property of filter. So it will be blur, and then the percentage that we want, or the pixels that we want to be blur. So now let's see the image. Now you'll see we have image in the background, but this text is not looking good, so let's style this text. Now let's select this text. I will give it a font size of something like, so let's give it a font size of 50 pixel, and color I want is white, so let's save it. Oops. Now you see it's looking something good. So now we are done with our CSS file. You can also test the blurriness. Let's give it a property of something like 30 pixel, and now you will see the image will be blurry. So the default one will be 0. We will change it from our JavaScript file. All the logic will be in the JavaScript file. So what I will do, I will select both of the background image and the text. So it will be document dot query selector. So let's document dot query selector, and it will be load, it will be bg, and the next one is going to be the text one, which will be load text. So it has a class of loading text. Let's save it. Now what I want to do is I will set the load to be a 01 as a default. So let's set it to the 0. But when what I want to do is I want to create a function. So the function will be called every 30 milliseconds. What I will do is I will create a variable, and I will set the set interval property, and in this parenthesis I will call the function. So I will give it a name of blurring because it will blur the image and also the text. So let's create the function. So the function, in the function what I want to do is I want to increment this load. So I will increment it. So every 30 milliseconds this function will be called, and this will increment the number. But what we want is we want to write some logic. If the load is greater than 99, we will clear the interval and pass it this int. This is the logic because we want it to be the 100%, and we don't want it to be the move something like 200, 300, and it will go on if we don't restrict it. So behind the or in the bottom of the if statement, what we want to do is we want to set the inner text to this HTML text. The text that is shown here, we want to update it from our JavaScript file. So for this what I will do is I will select load text and set its inner text property to, so I will use the template literals, and I will give it a property of load and then percent. Let's save it. And now what I will want to do is I also want to style it, so it will move, so it will done animation like this. So for this we want to create a function. I will give a reference for this function to you. So when you will search JavaScript map in the range of numbers to another range of numbers, you can find this function from Stack Overflow. So I'm using this JavaScript function from here. So first of all, let's paste it from here. You can search about this function from here. So I want to call this function, so it will be load text dot style. We want to style it and we'll set its opacity. And then what we will do is we want to call that function, so it will be scale. The name of the function is scale. I will pass it a load which is a number, and then what we want to do is we want to give it a minimum value. The minimum value for a number we want is 0, and the maximum value we want is 100, and the other value which are the opacity. So for opacity we want maximum opacity will be 1 and the minimum is going to be 0. So let's save it, and we also want to add the same function or the same logic for our background image. So I will select the BG, then I will use the style property, and then we will use the filter. So for this I will use the string literals or template literals. For filter we mostly use blur property, and in the parenthesis what I will do is I will write some JavaScript. The JavaScript is going to be this one. I want to call this function here, and I want to give it 4 values, or we can say 5 values. The first one is going to be the number, which is the load that will increment every 30 milliseconds, and then we want to give it a minimum value of 0 because it will move from 0 to 100. And the blur effect we want to do is we want to move from 30 pixel to 100 pixel, so it will be something like this, and then we will give it a pixels. So let's save it, and now let's preview our project. Now you will see it's working properly. If we will refresh the page, it's looking good, but we have some mistake in our code, or we can say let's go to our code edit. So the mistake is that from 30 pixel we want it to be a 0, because this blurriness will be removed when we will set it to 0. Now let's save it, and now you will see some changes. Now you will see it's looking good and amazing. When your page will load, this loading state will run, and in the behind the image will have this blurry effect. So I hope you will learn something new from this video, or you can use this logic in the banner sections of your websites or landing pages. So this is the end of the video. Don't forget to subscribe this channel, like the video, and also tell me in the comments what kind of projects you want in the future from JavaScript or React. And I will also give the link of the GitHub repo. You can also download the code from there. So this is the end of this project. Have a nice day.